something.
And that was How Would You Kill Yourself? It's good to come out here in the song I wrote earlier on my... How would you do it to you if you had to kill yourself?
No, I want to find out...
I don't know.
No, I don't want to be the only one. Okay, Rory, how would you kill yourself?
Let's make suicide sexy.
Man, I would listen to you talk about how to kill yourself. That's the saddest thing
Rory.
I've ever heard.
Rory, don't...
Call the lifeline if you're having trouble. People want to hear...
It's like big tits, like my wife's got big tits. I try to find... Well, like this girl, she wasn't my wife then. I try to find the tits exactly that mirror her tits.
Oh, I do that as well with porn, where I'm like, if I see a girl that I'm attracted to, then I'll try to find porn with a girl that looks like her, because then you...
Yeah, I guess I kind of do that with dudes as well. I'd rather have like a tattooed bearded guy to masturbate to.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, you want to fulfill the fantasy, right? Yeah, so go on.
And anyway.
So you find these big tits,
Yeah.
take a
Personally,
photo.
I just look up nude scenes with Helen Mirren. That's how that's how I do.
I believe it.
I had all this mail that was like late fees and a lot of other stuff that I had to pay that I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to look at this mail. I'm not going to answer my phone.
Yep.
Not going to read my emails. So I just let it pile up. And my mum was like, you've got to fucking open this mail. It looks really important. I'm like, nah, man, I'm Mulvying it. She's like, what? I'm like, it's the Mulvey method.
Who is Mulvey?
What the fuck is that?
What is a Mulvey?
Oh, it just means I'm just not going to do it, eh? It's just,
I'm trying to be serious. I was doing a bit about Dice Clay. I'm doing a bit about...
Sam, which Pokemon are you over the most?
Oh man, I'm over fucking Pikachu. That cunt. If I see Pikachu in real life, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna king it, Pikachu.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
That shows the real level of delusion that you have about people's perception of you.
Everybody loves me, right? I think I'm a really great comic, really well accomplished. Charismatic. The esteem of all my friends, and we're all friends, right? We're all friends. All right, guys. It's been a great bit, but I gotta go and count myself.
Jess, can I have a microphone? Because I didn't have one to laugh.
When I saw Prince Charles, first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to really impress him. Okay.
A natural instinct.
See, so I picture in this scenario Nick just really vigorously killing lobsters. Just being like, oh look, I'm the best lobster killer. Look at this, man.
I imagine Nick doing, I'm going to do a backflip off the conveyor belt.
Not like this actually. One time while jerking off, I was like, I just can't finish. What the hell? And I was like, I had to convince myself, midway through the jerking off, I was like, oh, by the way, my girlfriend died. This is totally fine. And I still couldn't finish because I was just racked with guilt.
Grief, straight up grief.
Yeah, I killed her.
It's the kind of out of control drunk that everyone's just like, oh, that's just Glenn being drunk. That's funny.
For sure.
It's not like, this cunt's being obnoxious. Someone
No, but
fucking
there were people because the loose unit Glenn the first night of Rotofest on the Friday. You didn't quite get to loose unit level on the Saturday.
you were
approaching it.
hungover
You
and
were nearly
sick.
there.
I tried.
But I saw open micers just coming up to you, just being like, "Hey Glenn, could you abuse me again?" And you're like, I'm not ready for it, guys." They love it.
Never just come up and say, "Oh, you're hot." Just didn't happen.
Alexander, I gotta ask. Your beard is almost always the exact same every time I see it. Do you shave on a particular day?
No.
Okay, do you use an electric razor or something? How do you keep it perfectly stubble all the time?
I don't know. I just shave once a week.
Do you look in the mirror and go, yeah, I'm good looking? Because I do.
But that's the thing.
You
no,
do?
I don't.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Alexander,
do you tuck your penis between your legs and go, ooh, I'd fuck me?
I do declare I like this milk.
We cut to the milkman's home where his wife is just sobbing with a gun in her mouth. He loves milk more than he loves me. It's because I'm barren, because I can't produce milk. Isn't it? And then we wiped the scene because we're done with that.
Yeah, no, I understand the wipe now.
Actually, one of the dudes, like, because I don't know who ended up paying her to stay, but like, I did some jokes, like some whatever, in my set, and this dude really liked my jokes about this strip club, and so he specifically told her to dress up like in a fireman's uniform and do like a strip lap dance thing for me, and he was just like, this is because I liked your joke, and I'm just like, comedy's finally paying off.
You made it, buddy.
I don't understand why you would be at someone else's house, jerk off, and come all over yourself, and then be like, oh shit, I got to clean this up. I mean, it would be, you could just come on the floor and it would be a better situation.
Wait, why would you come on the floor?
Why would you come all over yourself? I don't
Where
understand.
are you going to come?
I don't understand.
If you come on yourself, then like it's all like, you're a unit.
You're going to suck in your gut so that it makes like a bowl and then just walk around like a crab trying to find somewhere to empty it.
I will say yes.
Like, what the
I will say getting from the bed to the part where there was toilet paper because I hadn't thought to bring it with me. I didn't think to bring it with me.
It was a quote-unquote cry for help, but like I was still together enough that like in my normal way of being like clearly
out of
on the
control.
edge, but like
on the ropes,
but like holding it together enough that people are like, he'll be fine for at least another 24 hours.
At least and at most.
Well, when you do Morgan Freeman, what you do is you got to remember a line he once said, and then you say it slowly, and then you say it again, and it sounds like a shot a new sentence every time you start talking. You see, some people got to get busy living, and some people got to get busy dying to start this podcast.
Oh my God!
That's
Please
pretty
start
good.
the podcast that
That's
way.
the sting. That's the sting. It's gotta be.
I actually had watched some feminist porn before, and like she was riding on top of him, and like,
Okay.
and like it was just regular porn basically, and it came so hard that he shot her right through the glass ceiling. Oh fucking hey!
Because you're Santa doesn't mean I can't stand up for myself.
Oh yeah, I'll kick your dick in the dirt, boy.
I'll knock you out,
Oh
Santa.
Jesus, Santa!
I'll knock you back to the North Pole, motherfucker.
I'll fucking turn
I'll
you into
rip that
1/10
beard.
of a man. Put you in a fucking suitcase, boy. You
I'll
hear me?
strangle you with that beard and fucking rip out your pubic hair, Santa. And shove it in your mouth.
Santa, you gonna let him talk to you like that?
I'm gonna fuck your wife, dick.
Oh Jesus! They did that politely.
That's right, yeah.
Santa's a pretty rude thing to do, Santa.
They call me the James Watson of the North Pole. Hey, Nick. Keep your wife close.
Like Nick came up to an open mic and he was like, guys, I got it worked out. This is how you get good at comedy, right? You got to pay a person in Malaysia like $5 an hour to transcribe all your notes, and then they email it back to you, and then you don't have to spend all that time transcribing, and then you could just write jokes. And the guy who he paid to transcribe all his like comedy notes quit.
My dad
was he?
actually trained me, taught me chess. He wanted me to win, so I was competing in this chess competition to get my dad's approval. So if I lost my dad's love. So I was really a lot on the line.
Oh my God! When you fought it, couldn't get
The theory of it is what you smash your first joke. You
People
smash your
remember
last
the
joke,
first
no one
and
remembers
last.
the middle.
Yeah,
right?
people remember the first and
so
last
when
thing.
you fuck up your last one, you got to walk off to like an awkward clap or a silence.
Yeah.
Then you just like
It's bullshit.
Well, this whole thing was fucked. You know?
Exactly. Now it's all
so
wasted.
you could be like fucking a chick like really amazingly, and then in the end you just
And she doesn't come.
out. You just come out of nowhere, and it's just like, oh, like, well, do you want to ride home?
And she
Like,
calls you a hack.
yeah.
Like, did you use a
She
ukulele?
refuses
in your
to
set?
pay you at the end.
Yeah, we'll give you
She-
unless you do 5s, no more 7s.
And he shot himself to death. And then for 5 minutes, she's like, "Oh, I better go check on him." And she's crying outside
Because he's dead now.
He's dead, and she also dies in the toilet. And then
Wait, how did she die? 'Cause she
trying
obviously
to bring him back to life, and then she
right.
fell.
She's giving him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
Yeah.
Oh, she
Oh
went
god,
after
we gotta
now?
get this shit back in there. Oh, she's shit all his organs out. We know it's inside out like an old.
To be fair,
glove.
you do shit right. Like the last thing you do before you die is you do shit yourself. So maybe she was trying to get back in. Is like some kind of like a Maybe that's the one thing keeping him alive.
It's true.
You know?
We all know that traditional Chinese tale of getting the shit back into the man.
Yeah, that's how the Chinese finger trap was invented.
Huh?
Because I feel like a detective drama can be more than just like getting on stage.
A single joke where I suck him off all the time.
You suck him off, and then you guys are whisked away to a magical place on stage of like,
I mean,
no, in a castle.
I mean,
I hate this castle.
There's a lot of scene changes.
Every episode like just follows this. It's just the same formula. It's just you guys pushing some numbers on a watch, sucking each other off.
No,
and they're just like, oh,
I was the only one.
This
sucking
time
off
period is shit. Well, time to go home. Suck him off. Yeah.
As follows. Number 1, some letters, some big iron letters that used to be attached to the front of the building that the city of Perth is now in. They just fell off over time. Someone said they're no good. They've also stacked them on top of one another so you can't read what they said. Right. Good. Number 2, a stopwatch. A pocket watch, rather, that used to belong to someone who worked in the building that is now the Museum of Perth, when it was like some other building where people had stopwatches or whatever. The third one is some door handles, right, that used to be and still are in the Museum of Perth. You go to the men's room, same door handles.
I feel like this museum's living up to the stereotype that everyone thinks of Perth before they've come here.
And what is that stereotype, Jared?
Yeah. I think Perth's beautiful. This sounds like the world's worst.
Look, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, and it will be weird to take you. But
is this a museum of the Museum of Perth?
This is what I wonder, because the fourth, genuinely, the fourth exhibit is a newspaper clipping from the 1930s about how a man once fell down the elevator shaft of the building in the Museum of Perth and broke his pelvis.
Why is it all self-referential?
The exhibition was also the elevator that was in the building.
they said, well, have you gone to
Yeah, got my fucking Edinburgh slot, man. I'm very excited about that.
What are you doing there? What room? What
it's called the Wee Room in the Free Sisters.
Oh.
It is.
Is that in? Is that part
You
of?
can perform in my wee room, but don't you dare touch any of my free, beautiful sisters. All the power gets removed from me.
Yeah, you should not do that.
I have heard that multiple times
people
from multiple
have said.
people.
I heard that somebody gave you some advice as to not sit on the chair when you start your set, and you said, no, I'm the Rosa Parks of comedy. You can't tell me not to sit.
Oh, no.
Say for people, like, don't date rape aliens, you know? Do you know what I mean? Even one, I'll be right here, is no.
Punching the guy behind him, and this is seconds after I've gone, Sean Conway, ladies and gentlemen, and this fight breaks out, and chairs are being thrown, and people are trying to separate these two guys. There's blood splattering, and it finally calms down, like after like 2 minutes of mayhem, and everyone's just kind of standing around panting, and there's all this, and Sean Conway and I are standing on the makeshift stage, and he's got the mic from me and gone, so how's everyone doing here tonight? It's one of those moments of, you do not need to keep going.
You're not like going to be able to see the amount of women that are in the room. The amount of women that are doing things actively to you will block your view of the rest
of the women.
women.
These are all potential fans.
Yeah, I suppose. Cameron's in networking mode.
They're going to come to my show as well, right? Like, so.
I feel like if it was infinite, that's just asking for death, because then like there's so many women in the room, it's going to like crush you to death.
But no, but that's the thing.
What a way to
Yeah,
go.
dying of a bunch of women who will.
I was just going to fucking hang myself in my bedroom, and if I'm going to get crushed by hundreds of beautiful naked women, fuck yes.
There ain't no way to go. What's the homemade sous vide?
Which is basically
a bath.
An esky. No, it's not a fucking bath, Rory. It's better than a...
Babe, I've had a long day. I'm just going to have a quick sous vide and I'll be into bed.
Babe, can you zip up my plastic bag? I'm just coming. Glenn obviously didn't go inside the house because he didn't want to fuck her. Like, how quickly do you think that would happen? She'd just be like, well, Glenn, tonight you're eating pussy.
I was just watching you the whole time.
Yeah, like instead of feeling good.
He's looking around waiting for me to come back. He's like, oh, it's going to get taken away.
Yeah. And she's looking at him like a mother, like a mother looks at her son during like baseball. Like,
oh, he's got it all over his face.